The world took notice when North Korea unveiled the Hwasong 17, a missile so massive it earned the nickname Monster Missile. Paraded through Pyongyang, its size alone signaled a leap in North Korea's missile technology. The Hwasong 17 is an intercontinental ballistic missile, or ICBM, designed to deliver a nuclear payload across continents. Its successful test suggested North Korea could now threaten the entire US mainland. This missile is more than hardware. It's a political statement, a symbol of Kim Jong-un's defiance and ambition. For North Korea, it's proof of resilience against sanctions. For the world, it's a stark warning. Unlike earlier ICBMs, the Hwasong 17's size and potential to carry multiple warheads make it a formidable threat. Every launch now triggers global anxiety, forcing a reassessment of North Korea's capabilities. The Hwasong 17 has become central to debates on international security and the future of diplomacy. North Korea's missile program is the product of decades of determined, secretive effort. Starting with imported Scud missiles, Pyongyang steadily advanced its technology, learning from every test. The ultimate goal, a credible ICBM to deter the United States. For the regime, nuclear deterrence is seen as the only guarantee of survival, especially after witnessing the fate of leaders who gave up their weapons. The missile program is not a bargaining chip, it's a pillar of national security. Despite crippling sanctions, North Korea pressed on, culminating in the Hwasong 17. This missile builds on earlier models but is far more ambitious, signaling a shift from basic capability to a robust, survivable force. North Korea is no longer content with minimum deterrence. It seeks a strategic arsenal that can overwhelm defenses. The Hwasong 17 is the clearest sign yet of that ambition. The Hwasong 17's most striking feature is its sheer size, about 25 meters tall, making it one of the largest road-mobile ICBMs ever built. Its massive frame allows it to carry more fuel and a heavier payload, possibly including multiple warheads. Transported on an 11-axle vehicle, it's both a technical and psychological weapon. Tests on steep trajectories suggest it could reach over 15,000 kilometers, enough to strike any US city. This fundamentally changes the threat calculus for US defense planners. Its large payload bay hints at the potential for multiple independently targetable re-entry vehicles, or MIRVs. MIRVs would allow a single missile to threaten several targets, overwhelming missile defenses. The Hwasong 17 uses a two-stage liquid-fueled engine cluster, likely based on Soviet designs, providing the thrust needed for intercontinental range. While liquid fuel makes it more vulnerable before launch, it enables greater range and payload. North Korea's choice of design shows a clear focus maximum threat to the US homeland. The missile's size, range, and potential for MIRVs make it a game-changer. It's not just a missile, it's a statement of intent. The Hwasong 17 is North Korea's boldest step yet in missile development. An ICBM like the Hwasong 17 is a multi-stage rocket built for global reach. After launch, it follows a ballistic arc, soaring into space before its warhead plunges back to Earth. The two-stage design is key. The first stage lifts the missile skyward, then drops away. The second stage propels it toward its target. Liquid propellants provide power but require fueling just before launch, creating a window of vulnerability. The missile is transported on a massive vehicle, raised vertically, fueled, and then launched. Its flight reaches altitudes of thousands of kilometers, with the mid-course phase lasting about 30 minutes. During this phase, the warhead is protected inside a re-entry vehicle. Re-entry is the most critical moment. The vehicle must survive intense heat and pressure to deliver its payload. Guidance systems set the trajectory early. Accuracy depends on their precision. Perfecting re-entry technology has been a major challenge for North Korea. A successful Hwasong 17 test signals real progress. This makes the threat more credible than ever. The world must now take North Korea's ICBM capabilities seriously. The Hwasong 17 poses a direct challenge to the US and its allies. Its range puts every American city within reach, eroding the sense of geographic safety. In a crisis, US leaders must now weigh the risk of a nuclear strike on their own soil. If North Korea masters MIRV technology, a single missile could threaten multiple cities or overwhelm missile defenses with decoys. The US ground-based mid-course defense system could be saturated, raising doubts about its reliability. The missile's road mobility makes it hard to detect and destroy before launch, ensuring North Korea's ability to retaliate. This survivability strengthens Pyongyang's nuclear deterrent and makes a preemptive strike extremely risky. The Hwasong 17 also complicates regional security, making allies like South Korea and Japan question the US security guarantee. They may wonder if the US would risk its own cities to defend them, potentially spurring nuclear ambitions in the region. The missile emboldens North Korea and undermines non-proliferation efforts. Its existence forces a rethink of military and diplomatic strategies. The stakes for miscalculation or escalation are higher than ever. The Hwasong 17 is a destabilizing force in Northeast Asia. The Hwasong 17's debut triggered global condemnation and alarm. The US denounced the tests as violations of UN Security Council resolutions and pushed for tougher sanctions. Washington's main worry, the direct threat to American cities and the credibility of its nuclear deterrent. South Korea and Japan, both within range of North Korea's arsenal, responded by strengthening military ties with the US and boosting their own defenses. Japan's debates over counterstrike capabilities and increased defense spending reflect growing anxiety. At the UN, divisions among major powers have hampered a unified response, allowing North Korea to press on. Experts agree. The Hwasong 17 marks a dangerous escalation, signaling North Korea's pursuit of a more advanced nuclear force. The risk of a new arms race and accidental conflict is rising. The missile's existence makes the region, and the world, more unpredictable. The Hwasong 17 is a wake-up call for international security. The Hwasong 17 changes the balance of deterrence on the Korean peninsula. For the first time, North Korea can credibly threaten the US homeland, creating mutual vulnerability. This forces US policymakers to reconsider the risks of defending allies like South Korea and Japan. The missile sows doubt within alliances, potentially weakening the security architecture that has kept peace for decades. Domestically, it's a symbol of North Korean resilience and technological achievement, bolstering the regime's legitimacy. Internationally, it exposes the limits of sanctions and pressure, demanding new policy approaches. The risk of nuclear use, by accident, miscalculation or design, has increased. As North Korea's arsenal grows, so does the complexity of managing it. In a crisis, leaders would have little time to decide, raising the chance of catastrophic error. The Hwasong 17 is a new nuclear flashpoint with global consequences. Ignoring it is not an option. The Hwasong 17 is the culmination of North Korea's relentless quest for a credible nuclear deterrent. Its development marks a technological leap, giving Pyongyang the ability to threaten any US city. This is not a distant worry. It's a present reality that has reshaped the strategic landscape. The missile's mobility and potential for multiple warheads make it a formidable, hard-to-counter weapon. North Korea is now a maturing nuclear power, not just an aspirant. The Hwasong 17 challenges US missile defenses and complicates alliance politics in Asia. Its existence highlights the failure of sanctions to halt North Korea's progress and the urgent need for new diplomatic strategies. As long as Pyongyang feels threatened, it will keep investing in these weapons. The Hwasong 17 is a warning. The Korean peninsula remains a potential flashpoint for global catastrophe. Recognizing this threat is the first step toward managing its risks in the 21st century.